And like we like to do this at least every week to get a perspective on the small caps. We know the internationals, many of the institutional investors are looking at the larger cap companies. But looking at opportunities for you in the market right now, I want to start with Transcorp. Your thoughts on that counter as an opportunity? Of course, everyone knows that they recently won the bid for a power company, but interestingly, since then, we've seen the share price come down significantly.
Yep, Transcorp has been one of the most volatile stocks on the exchange this year. It's gone up from about 55 kobo to over a naira, and it's coming back down again to less than a naira. Thinking about the future for the company, it has its tomato plant and fruit juice plant as well in operation now. But the power bid that has been that it won is a positive for the company, but we're not going to see the effect of that on the stock for the next year because it's going to take a bit of time before they actually come on board with the power sector.
But is it the right to buy in anticipation of that improvement in performance?
Well, for long-term investors, it's probably a good take. So this is where the pension funds will come in. So for long-term investors and family funds, it's probably a good play for them.
Right. Okay. Well, like you mentioned, it has been quite volatile. But moving on to the insurance space, Continental Reinsurance is the only local reinsurer in the market today. That sounds like an opportunity on its own. It's trading pretty low right now at about 80 kobo. It's one of the top performers this week, but some people feel that it has quite a while, some way to go. Your thoughts on that one?
Well, for the insurance stocks, I think they still have a long way to go. We're seeing real changes in the sector right now. Again, you're saying Continental it's been moving up for the last 2-3 weeks now. So it's definitely a good play. However, again, investors have to be cautious when taking position in this stock because liquidity will be an issue if they're not moving very well.
I guess that's a big problem with insurance companies. As we continue to see the development of this market-making project on the NSE, perhaps that will be addressed. Your thoughts on that?
Well, for insurance stocks, most of them are still trading at par value, which if they're still trading at par, the chances of them being added to the market-making stocks, it's very, very slim. But for the ones trading above par, there's opportunity for them to be added to the market-making activity, and Continental Insurance is one of those trading above par. So we might see it being added to the list of market-making stocks very soon.
What about Honeywell Flour Mills? We know it's nothing close to the big player in that space, Flour Mills, at least in the flour milling business, and of course the related businesses and services around that. But Honeywell Flour Mills, do you think this, for instance, could be a dividend play? It's done pretty well this week as well.
Well, Honeywell Flour Mills has been moving up of late. We've seen it go up to as high as 2 naira 68 kobo in October. And it's come down a little bit since then. But we're seeing investors showing more interest in it of recent. That's probably because they are waiting for the Q2 result, which should be as good as the Q1. If it's as good as the Q1, then Honeywell might be as high as 3 naira in the next few weeks. And with the Santa Claus coming to visit the Nigerian Stock Exchange very soon, I think it's one of those ones people have to look out for.
So outside these companies that I've highlighted, which other stocks, in your view, are interested in the SME or small cap space?
Well, for the medium and small caps, we quite think the banking sector is still the place to go. Fidelity Bank especially. Again, we've seen.
It sounds funny making a bank as an SME, but I see your point. It is trading at below its
book value.
Book value, yeah.
No,
so, it's intrinsic value.
Exactly. And we still believe Fidelity is extremely undervalued. If you look at his result, his ROE is now in the mid-teens, which is a very, very good thing. It's probably going to deliver an ROE for the year of close to 20%, which is very strong. It has a strong presence in Lagos and the Southwest and Southeast as well. So again, if you look at the banking space, Fidelity is still very, very strong. Its PE is still less than 5, which is below the index PE itself. So we believe.
So a case for Fidelity Bank. Thank you. Let's